Mornings. There we go. Good morning, sports fans. Wow. Welcome to the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM, streaming live on the web at WLCNonline.com. Scott Kirby, Jake Johnston, Joe Ryan with us this morning out in front of Jake's for his 4th of July sale. Is this still going on?
Yeah, actually.
Well,
I got nothing.
It's July 9th.
Is it? I can't keep track of all these days.
So come on to Jake's where changes are being made.
I don't like you.
In the furniture business.
A lot of changes being made.
Lots of changes. So come on in.
That's the kind of theme of the show today, huh?
Change. Yeah, change.
Huh.
Yeah. See how we just tied that in?
I like that.
We didn't even.
Well played.
And I'd like to thank Joe for coming to the pre-show meeting.
You guys didn't tell me we're having a pre-show meeting.
Yeah, it's every Saturday.
Every week. That's it.
Every week. Every Saturday is a pre-show.
What time does it start?
7 o'clock.
Yep.
7 a.m.?
7 a.m.
6:30.
You don't think we just show up, do you?
I don't know.
You know what?
That sounds like it's on.
I couldn't tell you guys just put stuff together or not. As organized as you
And we're
usually are.
Try it again.
Good morning, sports fans.
Are we good?
I think we're good.
Are we online? Are we on air?
You're not good.
Are we on air? Once again, we are out in front of Jake's Furnishings. We got quite a few guests coming in with us later on. We got the new members of the Lincoln Youth Football board. They're going to come on and tell us about what's going on there, what they have for the future, and just kind of get introduced to them. Coach Silky's with them. Obviously, he's on the board with being the head football coach at the high school. So he always gets a position there. And we also have Porky.
A position.
Are you all right?
You can hear that perfectly. Open that cup with that microphone right there.
Take a drink. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. Porky said he's going to be here. Jason O'Brien's going to be here. We're going to talk a little Legion baseball.
Yes, we are.
This will be a busy day on the Saturday morning.
A busy day, a nice day.
That's why I got that all organized and ready to go.
Lloyd's here. So he's not in New York anymore. And from what I hear, he's got a new theme song for Hats Off.
Oh, boy.
And we will do that in our last segment
Most
of the day. Hats
segment.
Off.
Last segment. So, hey, don't change that dial.
Don't change it because it's everybody's favorite segment. And it is.
Don't think you're getting out of there.
And
It's kind of a mellow one.
wait for it.
Wait for it.
It's time, it's time, it's time now for Hats Off. It's time, it's time, it's time now for Hats Off. It's time, it's time, it's time now for Hats Off. We don't need no hats on, take the mother off. Take your hats off now.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's not time for Hats Off, but it will be later.
Worst and best at the same time.
This has got to,
off.
I'm pretty excited to come in now because you never know what he's going to have in store. They're getting better. The one
I don't know if it is.
Well,
That is better.
compared to was it about 3 weeks ago where it made our ears bleed? That's a little better,
I guess.
Yeah, so
I'll go with that.
and if anybody's hiring out there, Lloyd is looking for a part-time job because he
For
has
a full-time job.
too much time on his hands. All right, guys, let's get to some sports real quick. First of all, we got to mention a Lincoln native, Julie Fuchs. I don't know if you guys watched last Thursday. She's in the Spartan race, where it's a mile-long obstacle course. 6 teams compete each night, and the winner from each division moves on. Her team is moving on to the championship round, if that's correct. But she's a Lincoln native, graduated. Do you know when she graduated?
2007.
Oh, yeah? That's a good
It's a good guess. I don't know.
But, yeah,
Lauren's looking it up.
Tune in Thursday nights. It's the Spartan race. It's pretty neat. And so congratulations to her. Hopefully she can move on. I think it's like a $250,000 pot.
That's big money.
She's got like 4 or 5 team members, and it's pretty neat. So check it out.
She comes from a long line of Fultz athletes.
Yeah.
The Fultz are always athletic.
Well, and she's carrying on the tradition, and so that's pretty exciting. We watched Thursday night, It's pretty neat.
That's a very team-oriented sport, isn't it?
It is. A lot of different obstacles. You got to, compete as a team. There's a couple individual or like a spear throw. You got to throw a spear about, 40 yards or so and hit a target.
A target?
Yeah.
What's it made of?
I'm thinking styrofoam. I don't know.
Okay.
That's funny.
Is it?
Yes. Well, it's going to get hot out here today.
It is.
For those of us that are in the sun, Loin,
Well,
it's hot out here.
And for those of us in a sweatshirt,
Yeah, I'm going to have to peel that. It's a little hot to sit out here in that.
You'll have that.
you will have that. You'll have a lot of that.
It's a workout vest. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you got up working out this morning?
Yes.
Oh, what'd you do?
I did all kinds of that. A 3-hour regimen I do every morning.
3 hours.
Get up.
He wakes up.
That was pretty funny, wasn't it?
He looks at his coffee pot and figures out, how do I make coffee?
Yeah.
Take a break. I mean,
on the
that's
pot.
including breaks.
That's including.
Oh,
That's not one solid workout.
Turn on Fox Business.
It's 6 to 9 program I did this morning.
other news in the sporting world: NBA, some signings,
NBA.
some surprise signings. Kevin Durant goes
Wait
to
a minute. Where? Just say it.
Golden State.
Yes.
I was going to.
Yeah.
Why'd you stop me?
It was. I believe it was called.
You think you call everything?
I call a lot.
You're the
don't
smartest man in the world.
I call a lot, don't I? I don't know if it's luck or if I'm just that good. I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
He's a genius. You know, he reminds me of that guy that used to be on Andy Griffith.
Yes.
No.
Barney?
Ernest.
Yep.
Ernest T. Bass?
All them rise, jump in the fire, fire too hot, jump in the pot, pot too black, jump in the crack.
That's who
crack
he
too
reminds
high,
me of.
Jump in the sky.
I remind myself of that.
Can
Ernest
you
T.
sing that like that?
I don't know if I can. I'd have to practice.
Oh.
Let me practice off there, and then we'll come back to it.
All right. And some other signings: Rajon Rondo and Dwayne Wade to the Chicago Bulls.
Well, I don't even care, but does that help the Bulls, Dwayne Wade?
Well, it makes them better, but they're still they'll make the playoffs, I think. But it still doesn't make them.
Playoffs?
Yeah, they'll make the
Doesn't
playoffs.
everybody make the playoffs in the NBA?
No,
No.
that's hockey.
Isn't it kind of like basketball? Everybody's in the
The
region.
problem is, unless you're in the top 2 in your conference and make the playoffs, then you really didn't need to be in there.
Right, because you're done.
Because you're done already, and you're not getting any good draft picks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so don't even.
So
make
does it really help them?
It really helps them get a 5th spot.
Right, but it doesn't help them losing and getting that draft
No,
pick.
I will say,
It's still
though,
going to put them in the middle tier.
it'll put them in the middle tier, but
Where-
with Dwayne Wade coming to town, I believe he has enough draw. He will fill them seats.
Yeah. And I don't
Look at
know.
that truck.
That looks
That's
just
a
like yours.
good-looking ride right
That
there.
is yours.
Look at those trash bags in the back.
She's taking to the dump, huh? So she does
shit.
all the work.
Oh, did you think she didn't?
Taking a dump. The
The
truck's
show's taking a turn. She better slow down on
There
that
she goes.
thing.
Yeah, she'll lose all the wheels if she turns that fast.
That's a nice ride.
That is a
That
nice
is a
ride.
nice ride.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, basketball. I don't know what direction the Bulls are going in. At the end of the season, when they got rid of Rose, I thought it was a kind of a rebuilding year. Let's go in the tank. Let's get a good draft pick and sign some free agents next year. But they went the opposite way. They're signing, D Wade and Rondo to 2-year deals.
Let's talk about this for just a second.
We are. That's exactly what we're doing.
This is my thing. This is my issue with the whole regime that the Bulls have going on. Why would they have not done Pau Gasol in the middle of the season?
Well,
What?
because they still had playoff hopes.
You're talking. Well, they were talking 7th or 8th seed though in the playoffs.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, are you kidding me? Why wouldn't you have dumped him and got something for him? Now he's off to San Antonio, taking Timmy Duncan's spot, gonna make their team a little better. You can't tell me he didn't have some kind of value
oh yeah, you did.
where you could have unloaded him and still maybe even lost a contract or gotten something out of what you were getting to move forward.
Right.
What a horrible decision by the front office of the Chicago Bulls.
Well, that's Gar Foreman for you. And to fix that decision, he thought, well, I'll go sign a local boy, and everything will be just all peachy keen.
Well, and to be honest, I don't blame him for unloading Derrick Rose. But if you're going to blow, I mean, they should have just blown it up. I mean, if you wanted to sign Wade after that, that's fine. But why wouldn't you have unloaded Butler as well? You know, just get rid of them, get the max you can for them right now. Taj Gibson, you could have unloaded him already and gotten some good players for him. I mean, now I don't know if there's any value. So, I don't know. Just from my perspective, it looks like a complete sham for an NBA team franchise to go through like this when obviously they're a 6th, 7th, 8th seed. They're not much better. Their coaching didn't agree with the personnel they had. Why would they keep putting their fans through this? Why don't they just blow it up and start over?
The NBA philosophy now is you got to go get that big three. If you're going to win a championship, you got to have the big three. Golden State Warriors,
they just got a big fourth.
They got a big four. Miami started it with
LeBron,
Wade,
Bosh.
LeBron, and Bosh.
Yep.
And now the Knicks are trying to do it with Rose and Carmelo, and if he's on the court, Joakim, but he's injury prone. Joakim. So
and Roses too.
So how do you go about doing that? I mean, you got to sign the big dogs, and you got to have guys off the bench that can contribute. And I don't know. It's the players in the NBA. We talked about this a week or two ago. They control the NBA. Players, coaches, GMs. You might as well just
what do you have to do? Hope that one of the players likes you as a GM and then decides, hey, let's just start this over in Chicago.
It's all about recruiting. That's what Dwayne Wade did with LeBron, and that's why they brought Dwayne Wade in here to start recruiting. Those big names. Jimmy Butler, is he going to be that type of guy where he can go out and recruit somebody? I don't know, but it's all about getting that big three, and
Well, again, kind of theme of the show, I think the Bulls would be smart to start over.
Yeah. Theme of the show.
Change.
We're sports oriented.
Real quick before we go to break, Cubs suck.
Oh. That's before we go to break? We're not going to talk about that?
No, we're not.
Really?
Enough said, I think.
Well,
yeah, it's been a depressing 2.5, 3 weeks.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's like flying a kite. Boy, it can get real high and get up there, and you're all real impressed to watch it, and all of a sudden it's coming down.
It's coming down fast.
Yeah, it got hit by lightning.
Tail rips a little bit.
The good thing is we had a big lead.
Again, it's Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
It is a long season. I don't care how good of a team it is. You're going to go through stuff like this.
So let's be thankful.
Fortunately, it's happening right now.
Exactly.
And we have the All-Star break right there, so the Cubbies are going to be able to get a little rest maybe to them. And
no, they're all playing in the All-Star game.
Well, I'm saying the pitching staff. The pitching staff ain't pitching.
We don't hate the Cubs. I like to see the Cubs win.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with them getting second in the division every year.
Or fourth.
I like second's fine.
Your Cardinals are doing just as well. We have opened the door for you. You guys just don't want to walk through.
I was going to say, we've came back about, 4 games now? So
what are we out?
We're still 8 out.
8? I was like 9.
Still 8 out, and we haven't won in 3 weeks.
Pittsburgh's getting hot.
7. They're 7.
They're 7.5, and they're starting to actually play good ball.
Yeah, we'll take care of them today, tomorrow. Hey, let's take a break. We come back. We're going to have the members of the Lincoln Youth Football Board on with us. We're going to talk about the future of Lincoln Youth Football. So stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM.
You hear this one?
We're good.
Okay.
You got to sing. New guests have to sing. Let it roll.
Let's go. Let's you roll.
Well, you got to sing it.
Come on, I know you know this.
All right. She didn't want to sing.
You were singing that in high school. We know that.
Easy, Joe.
Easy. Truck coming through.
We got a lot of back stuff there.
What's this? It's a handheld.
All right. Pick that up, Sam.
There you
Go like that. There we go. The whole time. All right, welcome back to Cheap Seats 96.3 FM. We are on the web at WLCNonline.com. Apparently our TuneIn app does not work anymore.
Not today.
Because we have to enter in 4,000 codes, and that is Lloyd's next job. So we'll have that up and running here in about 2 days. And with us now, we got some members of the new Lincoln Youth Football Board. We've got Lisa Mestinsek. Did I say that right?
Yep, you got it.
Nice work.
Wes Fuchs and Sam White. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Some big changes just taking place. Trying to get some new blood in the Lincoln Youth Football. What's going on with youth football as far as sign-ups, kids, start date, all the above?
Go ahead. Well, our practice is going to start July 18th, 5 p.m. Anybody can sign up anytime before then, even the first night. We know it's always been a lot of parents sign up that first night, and we're okay with that. The big thing is getting the kids out there. The high school is going to have a camp July 18th through the 21st at the high school. I believe Coach Silky will take any kids up till then also. And we're going to hand out equipment that first week after practice, the first week of practice.
Now, how are we looking on sign-ups right now? Do we have a number, or where can they go to sign up? I guess we should go there first.
You can pick up sign-ups at Grau Chevrolet, or if you get on our Facebook page, we have the Lincoln Youth Football Facebook page. Let us know if you're having issues getting out there. One of us will make sure that get anybody a sign up. We want every kid out there we can get.
Is there hey, we said we had a change in our leadership. What do you got? Can you tell us a little bit now the board, who they are, and all that stuff, Sam?
Well, our president is Larry Booth, who's been with the program for a long time. Vice president is Matt Volakovich, who's been here since I was in junior high.
He's old, Volakovich.
He is. Yeah, he's kind of old. He graduated like right after you, right?
Well, no, he coached him in high school.
Early 1900s. He's like Bill Gossett out there running around. Can you hear us, Bill?
And then I'm the secretary.
Silky pushed me.
Oh, boy.
It's not bad. A little bit.
There's a lawsuit.
We had a small problem there with some coffee. Hey, Wes, nice. Hey, Wes, I got the whole thing on you. I caught it. I would take off running.
You should right now.
It's going to, because it almost hit him in the head.
All right.
Pam Lobenstein's our treasurer. Wes Fuchs is our commissioner for these 6th through 8th grade. And then Dwayne Morris is the commissioner for K through 5th. And then the other board members are Lisa Mestinsek, and then Sean Ferguson, and then Coach Silky.
Okay. How do you say your last name? Because I've been butchering it for years now then.
Fuchs.
Okay, it's not Fuchs.
Close enough.
Well, that should be a H, and is that a K or a?
F-U-C.
Spell it. Spell your last name.
F-U-C-H-S.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, thank you.
So what changes do we have, in the near future, or in the distant future? I know over the years, we've got a building. Well, first of all, Eaton is gracious enough to let us use their land.
Yes.
Then we put up goalposts, and then next step, we add a building. Is there any other thing in the works for the future, or just kind of letting it roll right now?
As far as infrastructure goes, it's a slow process. We're trying to just build up the funds and build up a little bit of a bankroll before we start doing all that. But we have a second scoreboard that's been donated to us. At the end of this season, we're going to plan on installing that. Both of our scoreboards are getting repainted.
Maybe some new lights.
Yeah.
Some brighter lights.
Yes. Well, that is in the works to change them all out with like LEDs.
And then lights. Can we have somebody there operating them scoreboards?
We will have the scoreboard running every game this year.
All right.
We're trying to implement a new plan with each team as far as parents volunteering and getting them scheduled to do things. It's kind of a pain to have to find a parent. Hey, do you want to run chains? You want to run a scoreboard?
During
this time we're going to be a
game.
little more scheduled about it.
So. Yeah, and it's, just getting them out of this, their kids about ready to play, and you're trying to scramble around.
Exactly.
Usually you don't have a hard time finding a couple of dads to go run the chains because they're over on the sidelines yelling and coaching.
Especially
anyway.
when their kids are
They're
playing.
Just closer. So
it's a better seat.
Yeah, better seat. And so nothing really changing as far as your infrastructure, but just leadership. As far as how's that going to change?
Well, we used to just have a single commissioner and we really didn't have much of a board. But we've changed that around. Now we have 2 commissioners kind of split up that duties, and with the full board now of 9 members, it allows us to spread out the responsibilities instead of just having one person or 2 people try to run the whole show. So that's the big thing.
And there's more to it than people know. I mean, you got to put a schedule together. You got to contact other teams, other towns, and then you got equipment you got to take care of, keep track of, and
officials.
Well, yeah, and
they'll grab anybody sometime to officiate.
They will. They will.
Well, on our boards, like we're in touch every day almost right now. It's not like a monthly board meeting or. I inquired about a board for the last couple of years just because there were some things.
Well, there was a board, just then never had meetings.
Exactly. And so, like right now, we have a group text message, and we are in contact 3 and 4 times a day sometimes.
Oh yeah, I was at work the other night and I didn't check my phone for about an hour and a half. I came back, I had 62 missed text messages from the group message. So yeah, to say that we're in contact is an understatement.
But we're rebuilding, and I think that in order to make that happen, we've got to be in contact a lot.
Right.
We've got to be on the same page, and it's a great time, I think, for Lincoln football because Coach Silkey's here, and he has a great new plan for our high school team, and he's on the same page with us for our youth program. And so I think that you'll really start to see exciting things happen for Lincoln football all the way through.
And that's something we didn't have last year. Our previous head coach.
Wow, that's terrific pass.
Thank you. Well, never was involved in youth football, and now you need your head coach out there because these kids are going to look at this head coach and be like, hey, one of these days I'm going to play for this guy.
Exactly.
And
that's because this guy's sticking around. That's what I've been told.
Well, I hope so.
He better be.
If he has 2 huddles, he's not going to be around too long. I'll tell you that right now. So you got to have your head coach involved just so these kids have something to look up to, a future to see, and we just haven't had that for.
And speaking of bright futures, Lisa, you're related to a football guy from Lincoln, aren't you?
I am.
Throw that name out there for him.
John Allison at SHG.
Where's he at?
Oh.
Sacred Heart.
See, everybody can start loving on SHG now that we won't play him anymore.
Right.
One more year, everybody
we
can
don't
start
have to hate
loving
him
on
anymore.
Well, why would you hate somebody that's good? I mean,
there's a lot of people that don't like SHG for some reason.
Well, and that's been a motivator for me to get more active with the youth program here because we send my son down there to camps. We're there for games. And I see the difference. And not that we have the facility they have or anything like that, but I know that we can do better.
Did he go to camp down there this year?
He hasn't yet. It's the 3rd week of July.
Third. Mm-hmm. I saw Matt Meachron was there helping out with must have been their high school camp. And he went in a big fight and won, didn't he?
I think so.
Did he?
37-year-old getting in that MMA stuff. Probably not a good idea, but I think he won.
I think you need to get in it.
I think I do too.
One round.
37, not 57.
I'm having one, and it's a 70 and older, and then I can get in. I'll be the youngest participant. That's why I got that 3-hour workout thing going on.
Yes.
6 to 9, including breaks.
You got anything else to contribute?
No, I was just listening to everything we had going on here. Nice job. I spilled coffee all over Wes. I may have something coming here at break. That's why I'm trying to prolong. We're not going to commercials. We're going right through to 9.
Blistering up. All right.
Hold on. Yeah. Do you guys have things you want to throw out there at us?
Yeah.
Because
we just babble. We'll babble for another half hour.
I
You're
should have
talking
sent
about
this 10-question sheet.
what things we see on the horizon. Right now, our biggest focus is getting new equipment for the kids. Last year we purchased 50 new helmets. We hadn't purchased new helmets in a long time. This year we've already purchased 50 already brand new ones through the Rydell company, and then they're also going to be reconditioning 40 of our helmets, and when they recondition them,
that doesn't work. Never
No,
mind.
They're going.
I was putting them on when we went to a commercial. Just put them on.
When they recondition them, they're going in. They're going to paint it the same colors as our new helmets. They're going to reline them. They're almost pretty much brand new at that point. So we know in the future we're going to have to look at maybe purchasing some new shoulder pads and all that stuff. But this year we're also getting new.
Woo! Yeah. That's what we're talking about right there.
We're also getting the kids new uniforms this year.
Yeah.
And it'll be different than in the past where it was, we got a new jersey and it's just going to carry on. We'll use it for a couple years. Every kid, every year, will get their own personal jersey with their name, their number that they want. So we think that'll, encourage kids to, want to play a little more. It's a little more personal for them.
Absolutely.
So.
A question I had with this is kind of directed towards Coach Silky as well. I know back when I started coaching youth football, it was the first year, second and third grade, and then we added kindergarten first. Do we think we're starting these kids too young with all the research out there now with kids taking hits and concussions? And it's been really a focal point where a lot of these national guys think we're starting our kids too young. Is that something you guys take in consideration? And do you see that still happening in the future of Lincoln Youth Football? Or do we kind of cut back a little bit and start at a later age?
Well, I think that with that being said is, you want kids to get excited about football and those type of things. And that's kind of the coach's responsibility, is to make sure that those kids are put in safe situations. You're monitoring their health and those type of things. And, with all that being said is everyone says how, football is under the microscope right now, and they're taking all the blame for concussions and those type of things, which, they're not looking at how many soccer players are headbutting soccer balls on a given day and getting concussions. They don't talk about that, but, with that being said, there's no safer time to play football either. With the advancement in the technology and the equipment and those type of things, that, they're making the game safer as well. And, we just purchased, like Coach White was saying, we just purchased 50 new helmets, so that's 100 new helmets in the past calendar year. That's keeping the kids safe. It's sitting in these board meetings with the JFL guys, and even on the high school, same way, is we're making sure that we're providing the safest, best equipment we can for our players here in Lincoln to make sure that is as safe as possible. And the JFL guys, we're doing the exact same thing, and there's going to be. It is what it is.
Right, and if you've ever been to a kindergarten, first grade game, second and third, even fourth at that, there's not a lot of hard hitting. It's more bumper ball than it is tackle. And I tell you, to be honest, I'd rather have my kid padded up, playing football, than going out and playing flag football where you have nothing. And that can get just as brutal, and a concussion can happen just as easy out there than it can on,
you be riding your bike down the street and fall off it's just, it's you're balancing out it is, they're going to play in the backyard anyways without pads anyway. I mean, I think I did it.
Absolutely.
Explain a couple things.
But I think people these days are just too sensitive. I mean, everybody wants
That's media.
A perfect world.
You hear about every little thing that goes on.
And it's, I mean, football's been around for years. And I mean, back in Joe was playing, they didn't wear helmets. I mean, it was like leather. But and he's kind of all right. I mean,
they're actually onto something with that, though, is because when you don't provide a helmet or a face mask on the helmet, is that really forces the proper tackling mechanics. And that's something I know at the high school level we're doing, and something I've talked to a couple of the JFL coaches about already, is teaching the heads-up tackling technique that Pete Carroll, the Seattle Seahawks, is really promoting hard. And that's what we're doing at the high school level. And, you know, I was talking with a couple of guys about it this past week. That's what we're doing, explaining why and kind of how it works. And so there's safe methods out there, and I know we're practicing them here in Lincoln and keep getting the best equipment. So, you know, we're keeping it as safe as possible. But, hey, at least they're out doing something those couple hours during the week for practice and game day and not sitting in front of the PlayStation or Xbox. It's better off. They're socializing, and with the social media stuff now, is kids, they hide behind their smartphones. Now they're out there, they're being social with their classmates, their teammates. So there's more to it than just playing football. It's the social aspect as well. And if you're teaching them at kindergarten how to be a team and how to be a team member, how to respect authority and adults, I mean, you're teaching those life lessons already in kindergarten. You know, so there's a lot of good that goes into it as well.
I agree.
So if you've got some kids that want to sign up, you got phone numbers you guys want to throw out there, names to contact, dates, throw that stuff all out there again?
Our main communication hub is through our Facebook page. And, I mean, it's just look up Lincoln Youth Football on Facebook.
Like it. And then you guys also update, you know, through there as well as far as schedules, anything changes, or, you know, a practice has been canceled because it's too hot. You guys communicate through that?
Yeah.
We'll communicate through there, and we're going to be a lot better this year, stressing to the coaches to communicate with their parents. As far as texting is a huge thing now. I know last year I coached a 6th grade team. I sent out messages probably 3 times a week about everything that was going on, and we're really going to stress as far as the coaches communicating with their parents, as well as for their teams, as well as us communicating with everybody, as being the board with everybody.
And we've also got a booster group going now, and every team has at least one representative, and they're all moms, football moms, and each team has at least one representative now, so they're going to kind of take care of, getting some of the information out to the teams, during practices, and they're there to help just as much as the board is.
All right. Joe, you got anything else?
Oh, nice work. Well, man, let's get this thing turned around and going.
Let's do it.
Head it up.
Right.
So you said
throwing that on Lisa Mestinsek shoulders.
Practice starts when? July 18th?
July 18th.
Okay. And it's at Eaton Field, and what time?
We'll go 5 to 7 Monday through Thursday that first week.
5 to 7.
We'll hand out equipment right after that.
And you said you're still working on schedules and all that good stuff. It's not finalized yet.
We'll start the jamborees the first part of August. Our regular season will start approximately the third week of August.
Okay. Awesome. Well, guys, thanks for stopping in today. Sounds like there's some exciting things going to be happening at the youth football field out at Eaton coming up. And if you guys need anything as far as information to get out there, contact us and we'll get on the air.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you for having us.
Take a commercial break. We'll come back. Are we going to have Porky Thornton with us? Is he here?
Coach O'Brien's going to
Coach
pop
O'Brien?
in here.
All right. Stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 FM. We are back.
Who sings this song?
Shake it up. Oh, good question.
See, you're giving away some of that age.
It's not the Backstreet Boys.
That tells my age right there, don't it?
Yeah. Is it the Backstreet Boys?
It's not the Backstreet Boys.
What is it, Britney Spears?
Is it One Direction?
It's not Justin.
I'm not that young. Come on now.
Yeah. How'd you get here?
How'd I get here? I rode my bike.
Oh, well. It's not the bikes.
I don't have my license.
It's the...
It's too young for that.
It's not the bikes. It's not the trucks. It's...
the cars.
The cars. Look at that. Nice job. You won a prize, man.
I gotta get my coffee
see
in
where
me
you're
first.
going, right?
Prize winner.
Well, that's Coach O'Brien. He's sitting in with us today. Coach O'Brien of Legion Baseball. Good morning, Coach.
Morning. Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it.
You got a game today?
We did have a game today. You got rescheduled, do some scheduling conflicts, so we're having a practice today. Good day to get the hose out, wet some kids down, have some fun.
There you go.
Who's scheduling conflict, ours or theirs?
A little bit of both. We were supposed to go over the Rand tool, so we've already played them 4 times. It didn't make much sense to go over there and play them again.
No.
Yeah.
You guys have done very well this year.
Yeah, well, we got a winning record so far. It just kind of depends on the day. Obviously, with having the summer, you get some kids on vacation, some kids missing because of work, things like that. But yeah, when the team's all there, we're a team to compete with.
Yes, I was over in when you played at Rantoul last week. The 2 games.
He had to get there early. He's probably there early, wasn't he?
Say what, I was there for both games. They had a band going on the other side. They had a beer tent going.
A band?
Yeah.
It was a big deal over there.
Now we know why he went.
It was
a band
fun.
And a beer tent.
Yeah, it was a good time. There's a car show right behind it, too.
A car show?
And probably a buffet somewhere around.
They treated us right over there.
Yeah, there was a buffet. Did you see the buffet?
I did not see the buffet. It's probably a good thing.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, you like
pretty funny guy, Lloyd. No, now he's going back to the Collinsville tournament. See, he's funny.
Oh, yeah.
He can steer the car in the right direction.
Yeah.
I know, he's a funny guy.
He is a funny guy.
You catch me one time eating at a buffet and they think it's funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And let's talk a little bit about your assistant coach. He never comes on. How come?
He's a hit and miss kind of guy. You never know what you're going to get out of Snow. No, he was on vacation. He was just out in Kentucky Lake with his family. So he's probably still not awake at this point in time.
He's gone now?
Yeah. He was gone. I think he got home last night, actually.
Okay, so let's talk about season a little bit. If you want to throw names out and not leave kids out or whatever you got going on. We don't want to put pressure on you because I forget names all the time. I'm old. You may remember all of them, or just talk about how the season's going, and then we'll talk about Porky.
Yeah, that might be another conversation for another day right there. But, looking at the season, thank goodness I brought the stats with me a little bit today.
There you go.
I tell you what, is 451 a good batting average?
Yeah, it's pretty darn good.
Is that pretty? Aaron Hopp's hitting 451 for us so far this year.
And fast as lightning.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that kid can run.
526 on base percentage. More than half the time he comes up, he's getting on base. Unbelievable. And then Garrett Isles just a tick under 400 at 393.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
So you have your one hitter and Aaron Hopp getting on base more than half the time, and then our 3 hitter being Garrett Isles typically right around 400 as well. And then in the middle of our order, looking at guys like KJ Fry, who's 365. Ben Steiner's hitting 300.
Wow.
Ryan Thomas 284.
Come on, Thomas, get up there.
Come on, Thomas, 284. You got to pick it up, RT.
And then Alec Coggins, another one of our guys, has been been in the organization for quite a long time. This is his last year with us. He's batting 293 with quite a few extra base hits for us as well. It's been fun to watch the entire order. And then, it's a good problem to have when you're looking at putting their lineup together and you're thinking about, man, look how good the bottom of our order is. Seeing things like that where we're putting Jake Konchik at the bottom of the order and thinking the guy's hitting, 275.
He's young, right?
Yeah.
He's only going to be is he a junior?
He's going to be a senior, Yeah, seeing guys like that towards the bottom of the order, you're thinking to yourself, wow, if we get to the bottom order, we're still going to do damage. And then we got that kind of top of the half the order coming back up for us.
Well, you talk about Hop batting 461, 275 is still a good batting average.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's so you're right. You got the bottom of the guys there, 275. Everybody lingering around that 300 mark. That's pretty solid. Who's your hitting coach?
You may as well take credit for it.
I got to take credit for it.
There you go.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all
right.
you.
Hop's got 19 stolen bases on the year.
I was going to
already.
ask that. Do we have a record for that? Legion record?
I'm sure Porky does, but it's probably written down on napkins, and it's probably stuff that went in his basement somewhere.
It's in that garage.
Yeah.
He's watching the Cardinal game.
Oh, exactly. He's got a tap in that garage too.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it's legal. We might have to have LPD go take a look at
that. Yeah, no kidding. No, if Hop's almost averaging a steal a game, I think it's pretty impressive. I know he did. He kind of had those same numbers in high school as well. So.
Well, let's talk about. Has he been thrown out a lot? You know
Once.
what I mean? I was going to say he
once. I think he tripped, rolled over, ran to second base, and was still a bang play.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a perfect throw to get him because
yeah,
he's
it
so
does.
quick getting there.
It does. It makes it easy for a coach when you say, okay, steal second base. Now we got a runner in scoring position with our 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. It makes it pretty simple for us.
And how about on the hill? Let's talk about on the hill.
Oh, I tell you what, there's Garrett Isles has been incredible this year. I mean, the kid's been throwing absolutely lights out, and then we got a few kids that are throwing.
I work with him on the wiffle ball field.
Yeah, that's all.
That
Joe
curveball
right
comes from the wiffle ball field.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
I keep asking him. He said, I can't tell any of my secrets.
Yeah, that's some secrets. I work with kids.
Papa
it's a small
Joe's
fee.
been out in the backyard with him.
It's a small fee.
Papa Joe.
I look at some of these statistics on here, and I keep thinking to myself, am I really keeping stats right? Because, I mean, we've got 3 guys on sub-2 ERAs. Yeah, that's what I said
incredible.
too. I mentioned Garrett Isles. He's 1.85. And then on top of our ERA list is Ben Steiner, who's just eating up innings. He's thrown just a tick under 30 innings. He's 1.84. So him and Garrett keep going back and forth with each other. Both guys are throwing, just eating innings up, striking guys out. It's incredible. I mean, Garrett's through 34 innings. He's got 41 strikeouts.
That's pretty good.
It's a pretty good rate right there.
And Big Ben's got that gnarly beard. Kids are scared of him.
Oh my goodness! I had one coach come over to me and he put his arm around me and he goes, "Jason, there's no way. He looks like he looks like a 35-year-old bricklayer." he said, "There's no way that kid's 18." I said, "Yeah, he's going to be here. I know he's got a bigger beard than I do, but I mean,
Bonanza. He's a big dude, scaring kids."
Yeah, especially when they're running down the first base. You don't want to make contact with that kid. And then, and J.D. Eigenbrod, another guy that's sub 2, 1.98 ERA. I mean, through 36 innings. Out of all the guys on the team, I would never guess before the season starts that J.D. is eating up the most innings throughout the year so far, and still holding a sub 2 ERA. That's incredible.
And so are you guys some more?
Yeah, just a couple more. I mean, Austin Newton, 2.1 ERA. I mean,
Austin man.
Yeah.
Austin man.
And then another one that really surprised everybody was KJ Fry. He said, "Coach, I can throw if you need me to." So he goes out there and he looks like a typical infielder that comes in the 17th inning of a Major League Baseball game that really doesn't have nothing special, but goes out there and just throws strikes and makes things happen. And he's sporting a 2.4 ERA as well.
That's good.
Yeah.
And it's all about pitching.
Oh, absolutely.
You got to score some runs, but it's all about pitching.
Especially when you get into tournaments. I mean, you're looking at anywhere from 4 to 6 games. I mean, that's a lot of innings, especially when you get a division tournament. It's 9-inning ball games every time.
Now, is there a limit on innings they can pitch or pitches?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet. It's been proposed. But I'm not the one to try to go out there and get a kid injured at all. Right. I'm smart about it. I'd rather have a kid say that he learned a lot and coach treated me well, rather than I went out there and threw 180 pitches and then pitched the next day.
Right, sure.
Now my arm's falling off.
You don't want to burn them up, that's for sure.
No, absolutely not. It's a short season. There's a lot of games, but that's why you need guys like KJ and some of our other position players that say, "Hey, coach, I can step up and pitch for us," and go out there and you put the ball over the plate. Good things will happen.
Yep. Now, have you let Porky go down to third yet and wave runners around? I think there's got to be a game where you finally do.
I've thought about it. He doesn't have the cane anymore, so I'm not for sure if earlier he'd slap the kids on the backside, or go around to third base and say, "Get on your horse, son." I enjoyed that. Well, he doesn't have the cane anymore, so he can't do that anymore.
Well, so what is your overall record?
We're 14-12 now. 14-12, and we just got to. It just announced this morning. We've got to 3 seed going into the division tournament next weekend.
No? Out of how many teams?
8.
Okay, well, that's good.
8 teams, yeah. It was real close to the 2nd seed, and that's it being the 3 seed, we're in the 2 or 3. Yeah, Danville's the 1. I think they're 22-4 overall, something along those lines.
They're always good. It seems like
we're one of their 4 losses.
Do they get to draw from the larger
a big area?
place?
Well, Champaign doesn't have a team anymore, or any Legion team anymore. So you're looking at anywhere from Champaign all the way over the Indiana border. I mean, it's a big area, but I think it's the same thing. I mean, really, truly, if we wanted to, we can recruit from Pekin to Springfield, and then Havana to Hayworth. Think about how many schools are in that for a second.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's
a lot of driving though for those kids.
It
to
is.
Get here and all the different places.
It is. I mean, you try to stick more towards the half-an-hour area around here. I mean, this year we've got kids from Delavan, East Peoria, kid from East Peoria this year as well. Zeke Hagan, he's came over with us and been playing pretty well for us as well. Illini Central, Riverton, Springfield Lanphier. I mean, we got kids from all over this year. It's good to play with a lot of kids that you typically don't get to play with.
Right.
You still have the core nucleus of your of the Lincoln kids, but it's enjoyable to meet new players. Let your guard down for a little bit, get to meet a few new kids, and play with some people you don't usually get to.
So when you talk about districts next weekend, is that the end of the year tournament?
It
Starting
is.
up then.
It is, yeah.
And that'll be double elimination?
Double elimination starts on Saturday. So the seeds just came out this morning. I was actually looking at them on the way here. Didn't see exactly what time we play, but that will be posted on our website on the Facebook page that we have. So if you're interested on where that's at, just get on our Facebook page and find out when we play, where we play.
And will it be over Saturday, Sunday, and then done?
No, it'll be Saturday, Sunday, and then the winners will move on to the following weekends. The losers bracket continues to go through the week.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll just play on the weekends.
You got to get in that winners bracket.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. Less games. You win 4 games, you're in.
Oh, all right. Well, good. Nice job. We got to get Porky on here sometime.
Yeah, good luck.
You got some baseball questions? This is
baseball.
Yeah, throw something out there. You know anything about it?
Is that sport with a kind of a weird-shaped ball?
Yes.
Huh.
How many guys are on the field at once? 10, 11?
12, I think. Is there 12? I don't remember.
Cubs or Cards?
Cubs.
Yes.
Cubs.
That's so sad.
And that'll be it.
That's enough of you. Get off
How'd
there.
you get past Porky?
Oh, he gives me hell every day.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know how he even let you coach. I thought he would have found a bunch of wrong marks about you and said, hey, you know what?
He said that's the only thing he's got against me, and he lets me know about it every day. especially now they're on the skid right now.
Yeah. So now he's
Well,
like,
the Cardinals, we've opened the door for them. They just don't want to walk through it.
You know what?
They
want a
lose
glass
too.
door. We want to run through it.
We're running right smack into it.
No, we'll run right through it. We got some heavyweight fellas coming up front.
But you got some coffee to dump on
Heavyweight
somebody.
fellas.
Heavyweight fellas.
That is a baseball term, I believe.
Well, that was a quick hour, boys. That was a quick hour.
Well, when you have interesting people on, it goes better than just
It
listening
does.
to us. dummies.
And you know what we didn't get to do today?
Oh,
man.
wait for it.
This will be next week.
No,
You heard this
I
song?
feel like there's going to be a better one next week.
Listen to this.
Listen to this.
It's ugly.
It's time. It's time. It's time now for hats off. It's time. It's time. It's time now for hats off. It's time.
That's a headbanger right
It's
there.
time.
Wait for it.
It's time now for hats off. We don't need no hats on. Take the mother off. Take your hats off now.
Is that even legal?
Yeah, because they had the little.
I don't even know if that's legal.
Well, hey, let's do a hats off. My hats off is going to Julie Foltz.
there you
Julie
go.
is participating in the Spartan race. She made it to the championship. I believe it's going to air next Thursday. There's 6 teams. I think a total of 5 on each team, and the winner is going to take home $250,000. So that's big.
I got a hats off to our Lincoln youth football team for making decisions that needed to be made.
Good. Who's your hats off?
They got some things done. My hats off is to the White Sox.
Third triple play of the year.
Triple
Yep.
play of the year.
That's a
this year.
good hats off.
And that was a legit.
That's a good one.
Coach, you have a hats off?
Absolutely, the Cubs infield starting.
Yes.
The entire infield starting in the
Yes,
All-Star
yeah.
game.
It's
That's amazing.
I feel like he's going to be part of the show for weeks.
That's probably a good feeling.
Get rid
Why
of it.
don't you go in and sell some furniture?
Yep.
And
I've done that.
This
I
is
have
our new
accomplished my
guy.
task.
This is our new guy.
Damn it.
Yes.
Like Cubs baseball. This guy does.
All right.
Yeah.
It's exciting right now.
Well, not right now
But
because
not right
it is
now.
exciting. That is exciting right now. It's
We need a
making
break.
rivalry.
We need that break.
we need a
Still
break.
in first place.
Well, speaking of break, our listeners need a break as well, so we'll give them that break for a week. Next week we'll be at Castle Manor, located at 1550 Castle Manor Drive here in Lincoln. As always, thank the Hampton Inn for their coffee and their pastries and muffins and
Yada, yada.
bagels, all that good stuff. So you can always watch our shows broadcast on LCTV Channel 5 in Lincoln, Mount Pulaski, and online at WLCNonline.com. On behalf of myself, Joe Ryan, Jake Johnston, Coach O'Brien, Lloyd Kirby, the music man, and our producer, Jim Ash. You've been in the cheap seats on 96.3 FM.
Good day.